Hello everyone, have you ever thought from where our red blood cell get the red color? The answer is from the hemoglobin, which gave the red pigment to our red blood cell. So, what is hemoglobin? And how about the structure? So today we'll go through more about hemoglobin, the structure, and also its characteristic as a respiratory pigment. So guys, what is hemoglobin? Yes, hemoglobin is an iron-containing protein in red blood cell which reversibly bind oxygen. Hemoglobin also gives the red color to the red blood cell. In the oxygenated state, it is called oxyhemoglobin. And for more info, hemoglobin develops in cells in the bone marrow that become the red blood cell. So, moving on to the structure of hemoglobin. What makes hemoglobin so special is the hemoglobin is a conjugated protein, which a globular protein that made up of 4 polypeptide chains attached with heme group. Hemoglobin have the quaternary structure, which consists of 2 alpha chain and 2 beta chain. Each chain is attached with a heme group consists of 1 ferrous ion. This makes the hemoglobin capable to carrying 1 oxygen molecule. So, 1 hemoglobin can carry in 4 oxygen molecule because it is contain 4 polypeptide chain. Next one is characteristic of hemoglobin as a respiratory pigment. The first one is high affinity for O2. Hemoglobin is high affinity for oxygen molecule which can bind easily at tissue with high PO2. What is PO2? PO2 is a partial pressure of oxygen, which the pressure of one oxygen that proportional to its concentration in the mixture of gases and not affected by other gases. This will form more oxyhemoglobin that will saturate blood with oxygen in the lungs.
Now, we move on to the next characteristic, which is hemoglobin can easily release O2. It will occur when partial pressure of O2 low. Oxyhemoglobin will dissociate, forming O2 and hemoglobin. For the example, it will occur at tissues undergo respiration. The next characteristic for hemoglobin is hemoglobin have cooperativity characteristic. As we can see in the video, the oxygen will bind to the first subunit or hem group of hemoglobin. It will change the conformation of the remaining subunits or hem groups. The change of the conformation will increase the affinity of O2. Result, it is form more oxyhemoglobins. Now we move on to the gases that can be carried by hemoglobin. First one is oxygen gas. One hemoglobin will bind loosely and reversibly to 4O2. It will bind at the ferrous ion of hemoglobin and form oxyhemoglobin, as we can see in the equation given. The second gas is carbon dioxide. Hemoglobin will bind to the carbon dioxide loosely and reversibly at amino group and forms carbaminohemoglobin, and we can see it in the equation given. The last gas is carbon monoxide. Hemoglobin will bind to the carbon monoxide tightly and form carboxyhemoglobin, such in the equation given. Carbon monoxide is an irreversible inhibitor and lowering the affinity for hemoglobin to bind to O2 and interrupt the gas exchange. Thank you for watching guys. Don't forget to like and share our video.